Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott's Selections for Friday, October 23rd. We're getting today's play of the day, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up giving out a look-ahead UFC 254, a breakdown on some of the fights on the card, so check out that video if you've not done so before. But we also ended up winning a play of the day that we gave out a couple of days ago on the look-ahead line with the Thursday Night Football game between the Eagles and the Giants. Pretty chaotic game. Eagles probably should have won a lot easier than they did because they were awful in the red zone. But we ended up having the over 2.5 touchdowns, which was available at minus 110 on DraftKings. And the Eagles ended up scoring 3 touchdowns. So we ended up getting a winner there. Was definitely a sweat. The Eagles have some of the worst 2-point conversion and goal line play calling I've ever seen, but they end up getting a win thanks to a couple of really bad plays by Evan Ingram, mostly the drop that would have converted the third down that would have ended the game. We picked up a nice winner there. We're going to be looking for another winner here on Friday. However, we're going to actually be doing another look at line here in the NFL. A couple reasons why I'm going to be doing that. First of all, I wasn't really a big fan of the college football card coming up for Friday, but there is one development in the NFL that I think is definitely worth monitoring, and the line has definitely moved as a result. I think the line should continue moving based on what's happened so far. So for the play of the day, we're going to be going with a matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And the play of the day is going to be on the Raiders to get the job done. The Buccaneers to get the job done. -4 at minus 118 on Fox Bets. Once again, the play that is going to be on Buccaneers -4 at minus 118 on Fox Bet, a time recording of 1:32 a.m. Eastern Time. And a couple reasons why I like the Buccaneers in this spot, but the main reason why is because of the fact that the Buccaneers are now healthy. Mike Evans is healthy, Godwin's healthy, Gronk looked great last week against the Packers. They played a complete game. Meanwhile, the Raiders are coming off a bye, but they have a ton of COVID issues right now, as the Raiders currently have a bunch of offensive linemen who might be missing this game, and starting safety Abram, who all had to sit out because of COVID. The Raiders ended up sending home all 5 starting linemen earlier in the week, specifically Wednesday, because of some potential contact with COVID. Trent Brown ended up having COVID, and since he spends a lot of time with the rest of the offensive linemen, they ended up sending all of the offensive linemen to the reserve or COVID-19 list. Now, because of that, there is still a chance they could play if they get cleared on Sunday morning. However, they can't practice with the team. You still have the issue of whether or not any of them are going to test positive. And with the lack of preparation and the potential positive tests here, the Raiders, their practice schedule has been thrown completely into the loop because they have to practice with a bunch of backup offensive linemen. And overall, they are just the far inferior team in the spot. The Raiders have shown signs of life, particularly beating the Chiefs, etc. But the Buccaneers had the best game of the season last week. They ended up shutting down the Packers, who were fantastic all year long. They won 38-10. The defense has been phenomenal. And if the Raiders' offensive line is not completely 100%, or even if it is missing a couple of players just because of the fact that they end up having COVID, I think the Raiders' offense will struggle dramatically. I think Brady and the running game in particular with Ronald Jones should dominate, as the Raiders have been awful against the run all season long. But the Buccaneers overall are just a much better team. I know the game's going to be in Vegas, but considering the fact that the game ended up getting moved up from Sunday night to Sunday afternoon just in case the game ends up getting delayed a couple days, that shows that the NFL thinks that the Raiders' case is pretty serious right now. So I think that this line will continue to move. You have seen it move already. This line ended up opening up at Buccaneers -2. It's up to roughly -4 market wide. I think that this line could easily climb up higher because Abram is definitely one of the better players in the safety in the secondary as well. But currently, you have Tampa, who's arguably the better two, is arguably coming off the best game of any team in the season, just based on overall performance. They were phenomenal, lights out, played a perfect game. And the Raiders had a bye, and they now might be missing their entire offensive line and their starting secondary. But the issue that you have with the Raiders as well is the fact that Gruden has been awful off of the bye in his tenure with the Raiders, particularly breaking down what has happened in the 2 years that Gruden has been there. The Raiders came out of the bye, lost by 18 against the Packers last season, and they also lost by 14 at home to the Colts the year prior. Now, I know that this year's Raiders team is better than the years in the past, but still, Gruden's teams have started off slowly after the bye. And not to mention the fact that the Buccaneers are the better team. And once again, the fact that the Raiders might be missing a bunch of key pieces. So for that reason, the play of the day here for Friday, October 23rd, is going to be on the Buccaneers -4. It's available on Fox Bet at -118. That's been the installment Scott Selections. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.